Hi, I'm Michael Scalar. I'm the CEO of Energy Enhancement System, or as most of you know it, EE System. I'm the son of the inventor and founder, Dr. Sandra Rose Michael. I've been working with her since I was 16, and for reference, I'm just past 39, so quite a while. It's been my pleasure to watch the technology both evolve and then spread like wildfire through the planet, with obviously the thanks of Jason and his team. It's been my pleasure to provide humanity with my mom's life work, and I'm just so happy that everyone else out there can experience what we think is one of the most profound technologies on the planet. So the technology is quite intricate in general, but simple at the same time. The basic scalar theory is opposing electromagnetic fields create a cancellation effect or phase conjugate wave pairs. This is the part that normally goes over people's heads, but you could think about it as two negative things colliding and making a positive. It's a transformational collision of energy that creates kind of implosion, explosion, that creates scalar fields. With the scalar fields being the hot buzzword typically, there's actually a plethora of different things going on with the technology. So we're utilizing scalar fields, and then we are embedding on those with other things like biophotonics, which the layman's term would be color therapy. And then what you're seeing scrolling on the screen is actually what we call cellular communication. We're actually trying to talk to your body, talk to your mind, all spheres of your existence to optimize and be better at whole. If you can reach a higher level of anything, then you continue to ascend towards higher and greater things. Obviously the color therapy side of things is quite simple, quite old, but we're combining it with a bunch of different things that make it more conducive to all things being healthy in the body. And I like to say body, mind, and spirit, because everything as a sphere is very important to focus on. When you focus on just one thing, then sometimes things become out of balance. And with the technology, we see that all things come into balance, which is really the most important part, is balance. And that's ultimately what we're trying to achieve. The technology, while it's creating the scalar fields, is also throwing photons or light, which is coming off the screens. People ask, why are the screens there? As well, we're using those to generate biophotonics. And then the fun thing is, with the collision of photons, you get really unique effects. We're not speeding anything up here, but we are colliding photons, which creates its own little unique phenomenon that's basically cutting edge physics even now to this very day. That is literally the top tier of physics, is collision of photons. So we're doing that on a small, non-sped up scale, creating our own little mini God particles. That's part of the magic with the technology. When it comes to uptake from the body of the technology, your skin is the largest organ. So people go, do I need my eyes open? And you really don't. To absorb color and light, your body will uptake it. So with the color, your skin is fine, and no, you don't need to get naked. I constantly get asked this. You can go out in the sun with a long sleeve and still catch vitamin D just off your face and your hands. It's a similar concept to photosynthesis with the color therapy and the technology. Obviously, if your eyes are open, you're going to absorb some of that. But when your eyes are closed, you are actually internalizing energy and you're reserving energy. So sometimes it's better to really close your eyes, go deep, meditate, find peace within yourself while you're in an optimal, healthy environment. So our technology does not heal, cure, prevent, treat anything, but the body is designed to heal itself from anything and everything. So if my favorite analogy is cellular millivoltage. A healthy cell is 70 to 90 millivolts. If you measure a cancerous cell, it is below 20, typically between 10 and 20 millivolts. If you can raise the millivoltage in your body, in your cells, you can reverse disease. You can improve many functions of the body, because the body is electric in nature. So if you can increase just a small portion of percentage of energy in your mind alone, your mind controls the different aspects of all your body, chemicals, things like that. If you can increase the energy in your thyroid or your liver, your kidneys, you're going to see a profound difference in your general well-being. So we don't take an approach at attacking a certain thing or providing a frequency range to a certain area or thing. We are a true holistic experience, in where we're just giving every part of your body more energy to function fully and optimally. Well, I mean, a lot of the research is showing oxygenation in the blood, which is really easy to show. So obviously, if you're getting energy on a large scale, it's going to show up through multiple different biofunctions. So we've shown DNA repair, increased oxygenation of blood, which then also leads to declumping of the blood. When all the body's little tiny mitochondrial type functions start kicking in, first thing the body typically does is start to clean house. So you see an increased dump of toxins into the bloodstream, which then are manifest as things leaving the body. Sweating, urination are great, but obviously salt baths, the skin being the largest organ again, start pull things out of the skin. That's why when people go into a direct detox reaction, they tend to start sweating, is because the body's just trying to dump stuff. So that occurs with the technology, and you see that. And with again, my favorite thing with the technology is activity in the brain. When we do EEGs and show more activity in the brain, if you just used 1 to 2% more of your brain on a daily basis, your ability to comprehend the general things in the world will expand so significantly. Spirituality is really just a connection with God that increases the activity in the hemispheres. I mean, when you show people meditating, you see an increased activity in different brain waves. So I really love the fact that the technology is increasing electrical activity in the brain. It really is the most groundbreaking thing to me, because I think if people got smarter on the planet, we'd have a better planet. And currently we have AI dumbing down society, and I like to think of the technology as AE, artificial evolution. Everyone needs a little kickstart to becoming a better person, whether that's finding a guru, meditating, yoga, using our technology. So I'd like to hope that more technologies like ours come out in the world that actually help people evolve on all levels. We've shown enhancement in general things from just minutes with, we've done EEG, Kirlian, different things, just minutes. There's a profound effect that's measurable. It's recommended that people spend a minimum of an hour, optimally roughly 2 hours in any system. And then people ask, well, how many times should I go back? And you can never have enough good energy. You go to the gym, do you want to be really fit? And it's cumulative. The gym is a perfect example of that. Do you want to be really fit, or do you want to just do enough to get by so that you don't turn into, Jabba the Hutt? It's really just people's preference, their time in the day, but your health is your priority. Your health is your wealth. You can never be too healthy. As the CEO of the company, I don't like to talk about any specific names, but I've seen miracles across the board with things that the Western world has no standard operating procedure for, neurological, degenerative diseases across the board. We've seen profound results. It can only help with just about everything, but I don't like to promote the technology as a magic bullet by any means, and a lot of people hear things that we say and then they think a certain way. And I'd like people to just come into the system, have their own experience. They can go out and talk about it. Well, it's really great to see the technology in a place where people are already coming for spiritual work. They're going to come, they're going to close their eyes, they're going to say mantras or sing mantras, they're going to meditate. They're coming here to have a communication with God. And when you create a healthy environment, I believe that you can communicate with yourself and God and the universe more fluidly and more cohesively. So it's a profound piece of technology for anyone who wants to expand. And obviously anything spiritual would be the expansion of said consciousness, the connection with their higher self. I think the two in combination, the technology's energy enhancement system. Meditation is a technology, and it's going to enhance that. So anything that people are going to do that are expand and ascend, try and reach higher levels is going to be exponential. So I would love to see the technology in more spiritual places. I'd love to see the technology in places where people are evolving, like schools. That's probably the most important thing, would be for it to be in schools. If kids had more electrical activity in the brain, for instance, their ability to cognate and obtain and maintain different knowledge that they're getting would be massive. I mean, imagine raising a whole generation of superhumans instead of kids that are on their phone TikToking. It would be like a complete 180, and I think it would be magical. Well, I see the technology as something that creates a charge of energy around people that come use it. And so when one person comes in here, maybe they'll have a profound effect on themselves and their energy will be greater. And when they go speak to people and talk to people, that energy will rub off and create a hundredth monkey kind of thing, in where it's like a light torch being passed as each person who's interacted with it passes on a little. I mean, if everyone in a certain day went around and smiled to the next person, they smiled to the next person, that would cause a butterfly effect of happiness. This is a similar kind of concept on an energetic level. So I'm hoping with 500 people possibly being in here a day that they will go out and spread the energy. And I'm hoping that more and more people will come in here and have their own little experience. Whether they know they're having an experience or not, it doesn't matter. Consciously, subconsciously, the energy flows and it goes where it needs to go. And so us being here in a remote place in Tirupati, India, where there is no system, I'm hoping that it spreads. And whether it makes it to every household in India or not doesn't really matter, as long as we're having a profound effect on the world, which is the whole point of a humanitarian mission. Is I hope that we have a profound effect, that it changes lives, and I think we will here. I think it's only starting. We'll go into some more areas of the world where the technology hasn't reached yet, and then we'll just keep passing that torch.